Sitting right here on 64 hectares of forest land, dotted with springs of water and lush green vegetation, Kanawa Forest supports various trees and life forms within its ecosystem. Named after a village, Kanawa Forest is collectively owned by Kodan and Foli districts of Yamal to Deba local government of Gombe State in northeastern Nigeria. Like an oasis in the middle of a desert, Kanawa Forest tips the balance for Gombe, a state that has been plagued by gully erosion, desert encroachment, and a host of other ecological issues. It is amazing how such an important natural phenomenon is found in Gombe State, despite the onslaught of desert encroachment in the region. Gazetted by the British government in 1953, more exotic species of economic and aesthetic trees were added to the natural species growing in the forest. In the passage of time, the forest was subjected to abuse by visitors and suffered gross neglect from past administrations. Over time, activities of illegal miners, traditional medicine men, and indiscriminate felling of trees by firewood vendors shrank the size of the forest and undermined its growth. In the fulfillment of its mandate, the Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project (NEWMAP) put its best foot forward and came to the rescue of the thinning Kanawa forest through a number of initiatives aimed at restoring the forest to its former glory. Through its enrichment and revitalization programs, NEWMAP injected more trees into Kanawa forest to restore lost species of both plants and animals. Secondly, NEWMAP put up fences around the perimeter of the forest to safeguard it from abuse from illegal miners, firewood suppliers, and traditional medicine men. NEWMAP put off solar-powered boreholes within the forest to provide an endless flow of water that benefits not only the forest, but also the teeming inhabitants of Kanawa forest's surrounding environs. By reorganizing and protecting the forest, NEWMAP created jobs for several youths of communities around the forest, working in various capacities in the recreated Kanawa forest.
The Kanawa forest is one of the forests that was gazetted about 1953. That is about 67 to 70 years now. And it's a forest that falls under Poli village in Kwara district, Yamal Emirate, Gombe State, and in Nigeria. So Kanawa forest initially it was farmlands belonging to our people. That is the people that falls under Poli and Tukul Magadao.
Yeah, Kanawa forest was first discovered in 1947 and was gazetted by the colonial administration in 1953. The natural setup of the environment, that is what encouraged the gazetting of this area when the colonial masters came to this area in Gombe province of that time under the former emir of Gombe, Abubakar Umar.
Established long ago by the then native authority, and the area was established because of the nature of the soil there. The soil supports a lot of cropping, it supports the growth of a lot of species, and then there are source of water. They used to have a permanent nursery there. So the nursery is feeding the neighboring communities with the seedlings needed for roadside, for shelter belt, for wood lots, and so on.
With the timely intervention of the World Bank and the counterpart funding provided by Gombe State government, huge investments have been made to redeem Kanawa forest from the doldrums.
We've done a very huge investment in Kanawa forest, close to 100 million naira, in trying to secure the forest itself, drill boreholes, drilled about 3 boreholes to ensure that our plants are well kept and the communities around also can use it for their personal use. Apart from that, we've enriched the forest with a number of species of trees. Some of them are in extinct position. Almost, you can't even get them anywhere in the state except of that place. So obviously, such a very huge investment is done just to improve the biodiversity, the ecosystem, and whatever in that area, to ensure that animals and plants are now living in their habitats, natural habitats.
We have a very large futuristic recreational garden in Kanawa in Kodon, which is part of the Yamal Tudeba in Gombe Central Senatorial District. So you see, with this such investment, there's a lot of biodiversity there, and is a green area which has a lot of potential, and there's been so much debate on it since the 1970s. So we're talking of 4 decades now. So with this, we're grateful that the new map has been able to resuscitate the whole Kanawa forest, which it has been secured by fencing it, and there's about 3 solar-powered boreholes within the nursery, and as well, right now, they are raising seedlings of about 400,000 capacity.
And on the first side, we have 2 phases of the Kanawa forest. We have phase 1, which is about 23 hectares. We fenced the area using very strong fencing materials and then strong angle iron to secure the place. And we've provided a borehole. We provide a solar-powered borehole with 20,000 liters overhead tank to store the water for watering and for the neighboring communities to benefit from the water. And we've reticulated the area to ease watering of the plant so that the plant will be sustained up to the maturity. And then on the other side, we have about 40 hectares which we fence it with same material of fence, same materials of angle iron, very strong one, to last for several years. We have 2 solar-powered borehole with 20,000 liters overhead tank each to support the storage of the water for watering the plants we've planted there, and also for the neighboring community to benefit from the source of water.
With the intervention of the new map, that the forest is now secured. They have fenced it with barbed wire. They have provided water, constant water. What I mean, the boreholes in the forest. They took the responsibility of the securities to look after the forest. These are the reasons why the forest now become what we are seeing now, due to the intervention of the new map.
New map has become a veritable organ and efficient instrument in the efforts at rehabilitating Kanawa forest. The diligence and commitment of new map has yielded positive outcomes in the battle for the soul of Kanawa forest.
So now with the intervention, with the protection, we are conserving the area. The area is now secured. We are experiencing a lot of natural regeneration. Some of the species that were threatened before, because of the place is now secured, they are now coming up again. And then the natural regeneration, in fact, natural regeneration is taking place, and the forest is coming back to its normal stage gradually, apart from the species we have replanted there, or we have planted there.
From the beginning of the Kanawa forest, from the southern to the end of it, at the northern part of it, there is water running. That is why people at the borderline, at the north and the south, are all farmers throughout their farming. During the rainy season and during the dry season, they are farming always. So this is a uniqueness of Kanawa forest. Because not because of this World Bank project, then Kanawa forest definitely is going to die. Because all the surrounding, they have finished all the trees that they have here, they have finished it.
The reasons that cause the depletion of Kanawa forest are about 3 or 4. The first one is the issue of security. You know, the forest face challenges of security in terms of the attacks being made by people living around the forest. What I mean is the villagers that are surrounding the forest, they used to go there and look for firewood, and the economic trees they used to get from that forest. And so also the animals. What I mean, the cows, the goats, the sheep, and the rest, they used to enter the forest. So in fact, the forest was somehow, the forest faces these challenges, and that's why the forest reduced in its capacity. And the issue of water also, has also contributed to the depletion of the forest. And this is some of these reasons, or such reasons, are the reasons that make the forest to. And so also another reason is, in fact, there was no proper management of the forest by the local government and the state, that is the Ministry of Forestry. So these are the reasons that cause the depletion of the forest.
As the biggest forest in Gombe State, Kanawa Forest provides nurseries to feed 20 hectares of lands set aside in each of the 11 local governments of Gombe State in the Gombe Goes Green project of the Inwards administration.
Part of what the Gombe State government is doing is trying to reduce vulnerability to soil erosion by way of planting trees. And Kanawa Forest happens to be one of the only existing forests secured, and we have nurseries there that we raise plants for the communities. So I want to believe it's like we are going in line with what the government needs. The government is planning to have about 4 million trees before the end. If I plant about 1 million trees each year, so about 4 million trees in 4 years, creating jobs of about 27,000. So our little contribution in Kanawa Forest, we have raised close to 400,000 trees there, and we have given people jobs. We open ways so that people build capacity, so that people can learn the trade of nursing these trees and selling them out. So I want to believe what we've done is not too far away from what the government is doing.
The Gombe State government is a government that is key, and is a government that has put in place measures to see that the environment is important. And as well, we all know that the environment is a global phenomenon at the moment, because we have issues of climate change. So that is why I believe now in Nigeria, our governor, His Excellency Alhaji Muhammadu Inuwa Haya, if not to talk too much, we could regard him as a green governor, or as the champion towards combating climate change in Nigeria, because it is within this administration that he initiated a project, the Gombe Goes Green project, which is targeted specifically to grow 1 million trees each year for 4 years, which is about 4 million trees. So with this target in mind, and we're grateful to God and the World Bank that we have the new map in Gombe State. So this is a key project that has been married together under the new map project to support the pilot implementation of such project to grow these seedlings across the states. And the best measure is that the Gombe State government has initiated the rehabilitation and also the building of new nurseries in the state. So this is where the Kanawa nursery came to place.
As an environmentally friendly administration, counterpart funding was promptly paid by the Inwards administration, because it has become imperative for Gombe State to tend and conserve Kanawa forest, as it holds solutions to its several ecological issues and even provides jobs for its teeming youths.
If we allow Kanawa forest to survive, there is no place that we can build to survive. Let me tell you the fact. All the local government here in Gombe say have 20 hectares of plantation established by new map. All the local government, 11 local government, 20 hectares. If we cannot, if this one cannot survive, then this one will not survive. Definitely, they are not going to survive. But if this one survives, then all the other one will survive.
Actually, like now we are in the fasting period. If you go to the forest by 3 to 4 p.m., you will see a lot of people coming from Gombe because they don't have where to rest. They are coming there to rest. And so also during the festivities, either the Muslim Salah or the Christian celebrations, they always go there to take pictures and play. There are some cold water in the area that they enjoy it. So I think people are enjoying that place. And more so now, NUMAP has employed not less than 20 people working in that place. And they said they are going to employ more. So you can see that the community are now benefiting from the forest.
In the course of the proceedings, NUMAP reoriented host communities on the need to conserve trees and the benefits that can come from conserving Kanawa forest.
NUMAP has achieved a lot by way of giving awareness to people, drawing their attention to know the importance of having these trees. Initially, people just felled trees, cut them indiscriminately. But now people have, kind of inculcate the culture in them that we need trees because they anchor the soil, they reduce desertification, they reduce soil erosion, they give us oxygen to take in, they give out carbon dioxide for them to survive. So it's like it's a symbiotic thing. So actually, our greatest achievement is inculcating that discipline into people on felling down trees indiscriminately. Because the issue now is that they know when they should cut trees, and if they cut trees, they must replace trees. That is an achievement, I want to believe.
The revitalization of Kanawa forest has sparked a number of creative ideas on the part of the state government and other relevant stakeholders.
One of the policies and programs of the Ministry of Environment under the leadership of I as the Commissioner and under the able guidance of Governor Alhaji Muhammad Inuwahaya is the Gombe Goes Green project, which aims to create about 4 million trees at the end of 4 years with a sole target of 1 million trees each year. And at the moment, the government is just 1 year into the administration and we have 1.5 million seedlings on ground. In addition to its partnership with the Forest Research Institute of Nigeria, it has an additional 1 million trees on ground. So we're talking about 2.5 million trees on ground, which is ready for social forestry, providing to all corporate organizations and individuals within the state, and the ministry is also getting enormous number of requests from all these individuals and organizations. So with such trees, we have raised these seedlings across 7 nurseries. One of the nurseries is the Kanawa nurseries, and you see the Kanawa nursery at the moment has been, the infrastructure there has been rehabilitated, revitalized in terms of the provision of a standard nursery, 3 solar-powered boreholes, the fencing of the area so the animals and the plant species there have regenerated, and it also provides an avenue for agroforestry and social forestry. And as well, this is a key area that the government could display the tree plantations that it has spearheaded, especially being it a futuristic recreational center. So as people come in as tourists, they would actually see on ground what the Gombe State government is doing in terms of afforestation in the state and as well combating climate change.
His Excellency Alhaji Inuwahaya to come personally to see this place, to make it a viable place, to make it, because you can see Bauchi has a zoo in Yankari, Kwadang should be given a zoo, they should buy some wildlife from other countries to bring it here, and there's going to be a very economic growth. Some restaurants can be built, or small houses can be built for people to come and stay for a day or two. So that will make it economically good for us. That's my calling to. And our teaming youth that are not employed, if this thing is done, they will be given employment.
At the commencement of the Kanawa Forest's rehabilitation exercise, NUMAP faced an enormous task of reversing decades of abuse that the forest had succumbed to. The forest was in a dismal state and headed towards imminent destruction. With the harmonious working relationship between NUMAP and the Gombe State Ministry of Environment, the Kanawa Forest Project witnessed important milestones.
The endangered species, they are there, and they are used the forest is now used as a research center by universities and other colleges of agriculture.
The microclimatic condition of the area is being improved. The endangered species that were going into extinction are now coming back because the place is now secured, no disturbance for both plant and animal species. And we are also receiving visitors like students coming to do their field studies there, because the place is secured, is conducive, and there are a lot of species that you can only find in that forest. You cannot find them elsewhere. So there are a lot of species that were existing in Kanawa forest without existing elsewhere. And there are species like Pterocarpus erinaceus, which is not common here. Thank God we have few species, we located few species of them. And the Raphia sudanica, which is of economic importance to the neighboring communities, and they are using it for construction purposes, for making beds, chairs, and the rest. Is also part of the benefit that they are reaping now.
One of the key achievements at the moment, I could say, is personally the Federal Minister of Environment has commented the activities of tree planting in Gombe State, because there's a presidential initiative that 25 million trees will be planted across Nigeria. So now Gombe State government has already taken the chunk of 4 million, and I believe which will be more than that at the end of 4 years. So in terms of tree planting and also afforestation efforts that are coming in from outside the country, especially international organizations like the World Bank, the United Nations environment programs, and as such, we already have that structures in place. And in terms of the capacity of the staff, in terms of the training capacity, we already have that in place, because we were able to bring out all the good hands within the government to come together and actually put out action plans, bankable plans that could put Gombe State at the forefront of tree plantation. And as well, I've told you, we have forecasted that it will be a major research center for related research, and also it will be a key tourist area, and as well it will be an area that you could actually show that biodiversity can actually be improved within the country.
NUMAP's revitalization exercise yielded scores of positive results and changed the old narrative, as Kanawa Forest now blossoms with life. As NUMAP hands over Kanawa Forest to host communities, it is hoped that the forest would be fully protected and maximized.
My appeal to the people of Gombe State is to ensure that they take these plants as part of them, because plants, trees have important economic value to society, apart from giving them shelter, food, firewood, and everything. Secondly, people should understand that the government has spent a lot of money, and it's a state-owned project. So it's not just a World Bank project, because the World Bank is financing it, but the state is paying back. So people should understand that when wasted, it is we that are going to pay back. So let's look at it as part of the contribution made by the World Bank by way of giving us this money to invest in this gigantic project.
My appeal is for the neighboring communities of the forest, because now the forest that has been protected by new map, and a lot of activities, good activities that is going on, the beating up of the dead plants, the natural regeneration that is taking place, the source of water, and then they are feeling as if new map is coming to take away the land from them. And I want to appeal to them to let them know that what the new map is trying to do is just to conserve the area, for them to have a sustainable usage of the forest, so that it will be of continuous use to them, not to destroy. And thank God our present governor, Alhaji Muhammad Inuwe Haya, is very keen about having this environment being conserved, because he introduced a program called 3G Gombe Goes Green, where a lot of plants will be planted around. He proposed 1 million trees each year. So you can see it's a very good achievement.
Now it has been protected, fully fenced. So what is left now is using my staff from the local government, encourage the local government to give me more support so that we can plant more trees. I am in 3G, then the trees will come, the plants will come, then we'll plant it.
As I told you earlier, that we have our development association who is taking care of all the associations. And the new map, the other time they came, they directed or they instructed us to form associations, of which we already have the associations under the development association. Their chairman is even here with us now. He's Alhaji Abu Daudu, because he's the chairman, and his secretary, and Saleh Verde. We are all together with them now. They are trying their best to see that the associations that this new map want us to form, at least we form the association that will take care of the forest, because the new map are making arrangements for the handing over of the forest to the community, of which from there the community will not take over. So I want to assure the new map and the state government, the federal government, and whoever you can think of, that the community is ever ready to see that you complement the effort of the new map, the state government and the federal government. So as you ask, I'm appealing to the community, of course, of which I know my community, I know the members of my community, and I know their commitment on this line. But also I want to add on what they are doing, to at least see that we do the possible ways, if not 100%, at least 99%, to see that we have complemented the effort of the new map, so that whenever history repeats itself, whenever at least new map maybe want to visit or come for another work, they will see what the community have done.